Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, what is poppin', lockin', and what is droppin'? Let me start off by saying I apologize. We are super behind on the weekly recaps. Man, oh man, me, oh my. So, I can explain about the recaps. The month of April and May, and even March was pretty busy for me. So, and also weekly recaps, they were the least motivating to edit and load because I would always do the recaps on Sundays because I need a review for the previous week. So that being said, I just want to relax and not do anything, but at the same time, it was also the perfect opportunity to do a recap for the week. So we definitely need to hop back onto that. And a couple other things happened. I had a loss in the family. That happened on the week 11's recap. Week 12's recap, I used Hit Meal from my meal tracker, and I had an update, and I guess the update kind of glitched on the app, and so I had to re-download it. So deleted it and re-downloaded it. I logged in, and all my data disappeared. So I was extremely pissed. I'm missing 3 months of data, just vanished within the wind. Thankfully, I have this channel to recover for that, but week 11 and week 12's data, which is non-existent anymore. So I changed over to macro factor. So my friend told me about macro factor, and let me tell you, it's been phenomenal. It's kind of a little bit getting used to because hit meal didn't require as much versus macro factors a lot more into detail. So, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So week 13 was just from pure laziness. I just didn't want to do it. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. And then week 14, I just came back from Arizona, which by the way, Arizona is absolutely gorgeous. And I have a couple videos when I was in Arizona. So I did a travel vlog. I ran 3 miles, and I did a workout routine at the hotel in Arizona. So specifically, I was at Phoenix, and man, it was a gorgeous city. The weather was great until I got into my car Thursday, and it was 123 degrees in the car. But the weather there versus in Richmond is just astonishing. The difference, humidity non-existent in Phoenix. So but I think we're going to go ahead and hop into the data because obviously you guys need to know where my weight situation is because you guys haven't heard about it in 4 weeks. So I'm just going to quickly run through these and I'm just going to post them to the side over here. Okay, so I made a little oopsie and I started the weeks a little bit earlier. So I had to, and it completely just kind of screwed the whole thing. So rather than just doing a retake while editing, I figured I'd put a little like video montage, and I'll be doing a voice recording and everyone can hear it. And I'll be posting the weights, of course, on the screen so you can read along as I say them. So we got week 11, which is a March 16th on Sunday, 197.9 pounds. March 17th, which is on Monday, 200.3 pounds. It was the only time I hit 200 the entire month of March. 195.8 pounds on March 18th, which is Tuesday. And that goes the same for Wednesday, March 19th, Thursday, March 20th, Friday, March 21st, and Saturday, March 22nd. They were all 195.8 pounds. And moving on to week 12, we have March 23rd, which is 197.4 pounds. March 24th, which is Monday, is 196.2 pounds. March 25th, which is Tuesday, is 195.1 pounds. March 26th, which is Wednesday, is 195.8 pounds. March 27th, which is Thursday, is 196.3 pounds. Friday, March 28th is 196.3 pounds. And then Saturday, March 29th is 197.8 pounds. So now move over to week 13, which we start off with March 30th on a Sunday, which is 197.8 pounds. Then we have Monday, March 31st, which is 198.3 pounds. And then we move over to April. So that April 1st, which is a Tuesday, 198.3 pounds. April 2nd, which is a Wednesday, 196.7 pounds. April 3rd, which is Thursday, was 196.7 pounds. April 4th, which is Friday, is 196.7 pounds. And then April 5th, which is Saturday, is 196.7 pounds. And then finally move over to wonderful week 14, which is April 6th, is 198.9 pounds. April 7th, which is a Monday, it's 198.5 pounds. April 8th is 197.2 pounds. April 9th, which is Wednesday, 197.4 pounds. April 10th, Thursday, which is 199.1 pounds. That was actually really close to 200.
Then April 11th, which is Friday, is 197.5 pounds. And finally, we end week 14 on April 12th, which is Saturday, on 197.5 pounds.
Goes over all the weights. Now, they were pretty consistent on the 185. We did hit 200 that one time, and then 199 on Thursday. So the weights were, but rather than that, the average for them were about like 197, which is pretty good, nice and steady. March was the month of us hitting under 200 pounds, which is really fantastic. So keeping it down in the one was really good, but this time we're not losing. So we need a little revamp of that. Now, granted, I was consuming like 2,700 calories, and the only difference between macro factor and hit meal is macro factor track calories burned. So it only tracks that you consume and you need to consume to lose the weight that you put in and the weight that you're trying to get. So like it says 175 for me is not predicted till October, which is kind of a long way. Actually, come to think that's not that far away. I think in May it'd be 6 months, 5 months. Okay, so in May it'll be 5 months. Yes, technically in April it'll be 6 months, but I could be wrong. But I'm tired, so it's gonna take us some time, but that's if we keep the calorie goals of like 2,275 calories beneath it. Now, for someone who's losing weight, and when you lose weight, you dramatically lose weight, you also dramatically have to lower your calorie intake. That's a bit of a problem because for someone who's, as a bigger person before and likes food and likes to eat, it is kind of a challenge to kind of maintain that calorie deficit goal. This week, we're going to really try that because, as you guys will see when I upload the video, which will be a day this is up and uploaded, because I was going to upload this just Sunday, but I did upload my 10K video, which, by the way, that's probably one of my favorite videos I've ever made was the 10K. But I think I'm going to upload that on Monday, so tomorrow after filming this. So, and then the grocery haul might be on Tuesday, and then the weekend will come along, which will be the workout video, and the whole cycle repeat. Yeah. So, that being said, the recaps themselves are also going to be different. And what I mean by that, because before I was basing it off of hit meal, but now we got macro factor, and so macro factor is going to change some things a little bit. Like water is going to be completely gone; so it doesn't track any water. And then exercising as well, although I can go to my health app, track all my exercises. So I'm going to have to figure out how to kind of know that. So I think versus having days for each day, I think I'm going to do is going to find a way to chart and then input the macros there. So I'll chart up the weights throughout the week and the protein, the carb intake, the fat intake, the calorie intake. And I guess any exercises, I'll throw in like the calories burned for that, which by the way, I burned 1,141 calories during the 10K. Running burns a ton of calories. Yeah, this recap video is gonna be kind of weird. March's data though, I think I'm gonna input that in the end. I haven't really sat through and got all that for March, although I much just sent them in this video. The only difference was week 10, which was the beginning of March. So I basically just kind of nailed down the entire month of March. So, but after every month recap, I usually put it at the end with the weeks and months as well for the average. So, towards the end of the video, have like the credits or whatever I usually do. So, but yes, the recaps will be coming back. It's going to be a little bit different. Just I'm using a different macro tracking app. So we'll be, although macro factor is a lot better in my opinion, because when I scan things with macro factor, they actually come up versus hit meal. Like it'd be a coin flip. So, you can create your own recipe in it too, which is really cool. Like, AJ's anabolic cookies for that. And I tracked all the calories and so on it. Def, because he only has the major macro calories, so it doesn't describe like all the data when it comes to eat what the fibers are and what kind of proteins and then But thank you again, AJ, for the cookies. By the way, I guess this will come out video, but my grocery haul video and this one. But AJ Anabolic Sweets and AJ's Healing Journey sent me 6 cookies, and he only has 3 flavors right now, which is chocolate chip, Snickerdoodle peanut butter. Snickerdoodle is absolutely my favorite. I mean, just like Snickerdoodle in general, but the Snickerdoodle cookie that he makes is really good. So, he is accepting DMs, so I'll just put Instagram video, and then it'll also be on my grocery haul video. But yeah, I mean, huge thanks to AJ. Definitely go check out his channel. Definitely go check out his Instagram. He's got an amazing story. He's lost like over 200 pounds, which is absolutely crazy. And he's going through like a major life changing story. So, but my battery's about to die. Like, great. So that's pretty much it. For the recap, it's just made a little quick one. So, thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'll catch you on whatever I upload next. By the way, the recaps are going to get way better than this. I promise you. I pinky promise you.